Alright, back to part 2. So, recap for you two people. Last video, we just kind of started a little series. There's a little bombing, so we're trying to figure it out. Stahlecker meets with Vistuka. Mikhail Vituska. Vistuka, it's Vituka, I think. Mikhail Vituska, who served as the leader of a Black Hats, a local collaborator unit working with the SS in Belarusia, has recently met with Franz Walter Stahlecker. Vistuka holds a great amount of influence within the region of Belarusia, and has been the face of native collaboration with the Germans for many years. Stahlecker has announced that he hopes the meeting will help the native Belarusians accept the new situation. Hopefully he's successful. Or hopefully not, I don't know. Let's work on the Estonian harbors. Much of Estonia's infrastructure industrial development has been focused on building up the port facilities. The new ports tighten the connections Ostland shares with the Reich, allowing trade to flow much quicker and in massively increased volumes. The ports, however, are nowhere built up to their full potential. We can make a large investment to massively expand the harbor and increase our links to the fatherland. In addition to the economic benefits and conservatives in our country will be pleased with these developments and their increasing economic cooperation with the fatherland. Let's go with that, man. Get some dockyards. I got a message. That is a video. I cannot play that right now because I don't know what's in it. So I guess we'll keep on going. I'll probably check it out later on. In between streams. Or recording sessions. So I gotta ask, how are you guys doing in chat today? How are you doing? Oop. Vituska assumes control of the Central Rada. After removal of the old administration of Belarusian Central Council, Central Rada, Mikhail Vituska has come to prominence in the Belarusian Central Rada. Mikhail Vituska is seemingly loyal to the government in Ostland, has worked as a loyal agent for the Reich all the way back in the Second World War, but being a native Belarusian, Vituska may have subversive intentions. After all, for sure, all that's known for sure is that while Vituska might not work directly against us, he will most likely not be working in our favor, but cooperation may yield certain benefits. Worrying. Well, we have some big PP going on right now, which is nice, but I don't know if we have much we can do with it. So I don't know. Norway has a focus tree. That's pretty neat. It's only a temporary, like a 5-year focus tree or 5-6 year content focus tree, but it's still interesting. We have Guy Malloy in Iceland. Unknown. Canada doesn't have a focus. That explains it. What's Tricky Dick up to? Who knows? Oh, the Belarusians come to our aid. Though the Home Guard is neither as professional nor ruthless as the SS, their intelligence networks extend far further into the populace. They also, unlike the SS, understand that a certain level of tact is necessary in dealing with our non-combative operations. It may be painful to have to stoop ourselves to their level, but like it or not, the Belarusians will be invaluable to ensuring a quick and satisfactory resolution to the investigation, preferably before any other arms factories explode. They will prove their worth, hopefully. What's Vladimir up to? Economic graveyard. Trying to build up the economy. Let's go. What do we want to research? Probably maybe something like this. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be good and what isn't going to be good in this new sort of meta. Maybe some artillery. Let's go 50s artillery base bleed. That sounds neat. Alright. So let's look at the miners. We have Samara. The good old collaborationist government. Menjiang has defeated the Mongolian People's Front in a war. Order has been restored. What else do we got? Oh yeah, they don't have a focus tree. They're not a unifier anyway. We have the Nazi LARPers over here in Russia. Yeah. These guys are scary. Trying to think who else is like the really creepy faction. The Aryan Brotherhood is a really like batshit crazy Nazi faction. There's also Omsk, which is the ultra nationalist. We'll see what happens with them. And then you have all the really crazy fascists in Russia. Well, maybe not the craziest, but the pretty crazy fascists in the less crazy ones in Magadan, which I think only got limited stuff this time. Okay, Franz Walter Stahlecker has concluded a series of meetings with the local and regional commanders of a German garrison. While Stahlecker has enjoyed strong support from the government, the same cannot be said of the military. While he's not disliked, many of the garrison preferred Dreschler to Stahlecker. In these meetings, there seemed as an attempt by him to increase his support among the military. Well, we wish him luck. Let's get these divisions up and running, or at least in a army. Let's go with Karl Plaga, I guess. And for generals, there are a lot of generals. Wow. Let's go with Wilhelm Hosenfeld. Why not? Right, we got another focus we can set. Let's go. Let's try and attract Siemens. Siemens AG is one of the largest corporations in Europe, investing in everything from agriculture to computer electronics. They are an economic powerhouse in their own right. Attracting their interest in our industrial expertise could be a great boom to our economy. We will attempt to get Siemens to invest in Estonia, a region that could use the economic boost. To really get their attention, we will offer tax breaks and selling it for next to nothing. If successful, the boost to our economy would be massive. A refusal, however, would be embarrassing, leading to a fall in popularity for the conservatives there. Well, we will see what happens. Decisions. We're working on the Estonians. We'll see what happens. This gal. I'm looking at there's apparently a couple of Muscovy's Moscow's a core state. Oh, we will get to the bottom of this. Let's see. Several weeks after the incident, we've been able to organize an official task force to investigate the culprits behind the attacks. We have determined the process which we will go through during the investigation. We'll start by investigating any possible internal involvement in this matter, as a compromised member of our military is a dangerous thing indeed. Next, we will move on to our investigation, any possible involvement by the natives in the incident, and finally, we will follow up on any possible leads we have found. Let's get to the bottom of this. Alright, let's see what's up. Getting some messages real quick, I'm not sure what's up. I'm getting sent a memory by someone, even though I'm not really... The Menjiang is declared on the People's Revolutionary Council. Well, that's not going to go well for him. Yep, sorry, Alexander. Looks like you're goofed. Actually, it looks like Buryatia is actually holding out pretty well. Which is funny because, they're supposed to be one of the hardest warlords to start as. But they seem to be kind of holding their own. They got a nice encirclement going for them. Good for them. Or maybe bad for them. I don't know. I don't know who's the good guy and the bad guy, really. Other than, like, my readings. The latest meetings of in the latest in a series of meetings, Franz Walter Stahlecker has met with a Reich Commissar himself, Hinrich Losa. While Stahlecker has enjoyed a private friendship with the Reich Commissar for a long time, this official meeting is seen as a tacit blessing of Stahlecker's policies from the aged Reich Commissar. This has only served to increase his popularity across Ostland. A fruitful discussion. I'll risk opening up this message. I'll hold it away from the... There's apparently a dude, but I can't hear about it. Alright, track Simons. We'll see what happens. Either our GDP is going to increase, or they're going to become more militaristic. Guess we'll see if there's going to be a focus that pops up about that. Alright, let's educate the workers. In Estonia, we've been blessed with a sizable workforce and a good industrial base to work from. Over the years, Germanization has overhauled these factories, and many of them are on par technological factories back in the fatherland. There is a problem, however. The local Estonian population simply does not understand how to use our machinery. Be it linguistic barriers or just a general lack of know-how, our worker base is woefully inadequate for industrial work. Therefore, we shall implement an education initiative to get our working population up to speed on modern industrial standards. So that will improve our industrial expertise, societal development. I'll have to check that on industrial expertise. I'll eventually get up to innovative industry. Oh. Despite our many successes over the years, the investigation arm of the police has always had difficulty in acquiring anything beyond the most basic governmental assistance. Many, both high and low, preferring more direct methods of dealing with crime. Home base for the team is beneath a low squat building and a lower squattier building. The word podunk may be apt, but it is never used. It's not within earshot of a chief investigator. Roughly speaking, there are two factions we can choose to investigate. The liberal Spirites or the hardline SS. Both are satisfied providing minimal interaction to our government in our investigation. That will have to change soon, especially as the situation on the ground deteriorates. Disciplinary actions for excessive use of force has almost quintupled among our forces, and that's only for reported incidents. Many a shock patrol has walked through the rooms of what was once a village, the bullet casing still warm beneath scattered ashes. Let's investigate the SS, see what's up there. Got normal music from Hoi 4 playing right now. I can't really listen to it because I can't really wear my headset properly. Let's see what else we got. We got Tukhachevsky and Zhukov in West Russia. We got Komi. They'll probably play some other time soon. From what I heard, Komi is a pretty complicated country, and like, there are paths that keep cooing each other over and over again. So it's going to be an interesting one to play as and to see what the AI is even doing with. But, yeah. Right here, I remember Tonks being a bit of an easier, like, a more stable democratic warlord faction. Brazil wins the World Cup, good to them. Good for them. I got Omsk. Lessons of a first trial. I think they got their new guy now, right? No, they still have Dmitry in charge. But for how much longer, we'll see. Mass production methods, educate the workers. We'll select a new, that's a bit too early for that. Naval, maybe. What do we want to research? Let's do submarines. And then we got the Latvians, the Lithuanians, and the Belarusians. I don't know, what do you guys think? Who should we meet with next? I'm not sure if, there aren't too many people active in chat right now, so I don't know if there's anyone around. I'm curious about Lithuania? Alright. Lithuania integration. Let's work on that then. Of all the people that inhabit Ostland, the Lithuanians have been the most accommodating to German rule. Lithuania boasts the highest rate of native Germanization and the lowest number of partisan incursions. All in all, Lithuania is a model of German success in her colonies, and the fatherland rewards its loyal subjects. It is time to finish our Germanization efforts in Lithuania. Investments will be poured into the region, new factories and roads will be built, infrastructure will be improved, and the people will be incorporated into our administration as official citizens. So get some civilian factories and get working on the Lithuanians and their resistance. Something worrisome has come up today. The process of investigation involves digging up mountains of paperwork, most of which ends up on the chief investigator's desk. Decrepit, faded documents inside moth-eaten manila folders hog out every bit of desk space they can, but even amongst the clutter, one particular item stood out when the investigators came in today, a velvet red envelope lounging on mountains of paper inside a single message. There are certain organizations that you need to keep your nose out of. This is your only warning. Well, continue ahead, boys. Vasuka has come forward to the government with a petition for increasing funding for the Belarusian Home Guard. With the signatures of many Belarusian officials as well as military personnel, he cites the lack of equipment as well as funds for the burgeoning amount of volunteers, although he could have easily forged this evidence shown to suggest a need for an increase in budget. Maybe expanding the Guard could decrease the number of battalions currently tied up in garrison, relieving our armed forces, especially considering the recent unrest in Germany. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think it's against our interest. Oh. Otto Heinrich Drechsler, the General Commissioner for Latvia, has recently announced that he intends to petition the government for the expansion of the military forces of Ostland. While Ostland has maintained a German garrison since its inception, a large military has never seemed necessary for Reich Commissariat. Drechsler has even gone so far as to advocate for conscription in Ostland, an unpopular prospect in colony. Alright. Autosave, there we go. Moving upwards with industrial expertise. One thing I'll read this event real quick. The here berates Lithuanian military. We cannot even perform an exercise with our own military. Our efforts to integrate the Lithuanian Territorial Defense Force have finally begun moving towards a conclusion when during During a training session, several soldiers arrived late, and those on time were marching out of time, missing targets, and not even brought all of their correct equipment. This is a mistake, but only indicative of one of our battalions, in a trial that should have been easily overcome. Or it's so easy. Among the discord, a Wehrmacht officer decided to pay the little gathering a surprise visit, checking it up on Ostland's efforts. What he saw, perhaps rightfully, shocked him. You can't expect the news to be returning to Germania sometime in the next week. But troops' morale had been demoralized and our progress reversed dramatically. But plans for a true military integration seem unlikely to be realized for now, and that's not even counting the potential intervention of a Reich now looming over Litauen. So, unlocks focus further military integration. Unlocks. Oh, is this gonna be another got nicht mit uns. Does this mean we get another focus? Oh, yeah, that's automatically completed. Okay. Wow. Shit, we didn't even need to do that. Okay. Now it's between Belarus and Latvia. So does that mean we get a general now, or? Let's work on Belarusian doubts. The Belarusian collaboration government has always been strange. The region is home to divided Russian population, German settlers, and other ethnic minorities. Not much in the way of information comes out of the region. The local government keeps it mostly to itself, preferring to handle its own affairs with as little intervention as possible. While this isn't an issue in and of itself, it is frustrating that our administration does not know where the collaboration government stands politically, whether they support the conservatives or the militarists in our government. Belarus. Our administration needs a clear answer one way or the other. Answers so far have been ambiguous and non-committal for whatever reason. If we are to solidify our rule and know where we stand with the Belarusian collaborators, we must know what they think. We must know. I suppose we must know what they think. We cannot afford a wild card to bite us in the side. We need a definite answer. Well, let's hope that works out. So we give a general guy. It's going to be some name with 2 P's. That doesn't look German. It doesn't look like it. We don't get the Lithuanian fella. Well, that's interesting. Just how that didn't work out. Let's see what's going on, chat. Nothing much. I like how they have a bunch of, oh god, that was, oh, Tom's just changed color, okay. Ooh, that is neat. Okay, but it looks like if it went Social Democrat, I guess that means a purple change of color. That is neat. Oop, war in the desert. So we'll see what happens here. Turkey declares war on the government of the Levant. So if these guys do well, that has kind of a better outcome for the whole region. You get less of a militaristic options either with Israel or Palestine. While if it goes badly, you're gonna get a lot of bad results, bad things happening. So do they? Yeah, they don't have. It seems that our internal investigation is finally bearing fruit. Despite attempts by a currently unknown group to the contrary, the recent requisition forms seemed airtight. Rerunning the map and accounting for transport costs has revealed a discrepancy in the amount of explosives shipped and the amount that arrived. In particular, a recent series of forms from the normally silent SS seems to be a source of his inconsistency. Despite the need for further investigation, we finally have concrete evidence to back our suspicions. We are making progress. Okay, let's meet with Vistuska. As we pointed Belarusian Council, formerly under our thumb, grow increasingly discontent. The risk of an open declaration of independence by the Belarusian Council has become an ever-looming threat upon our horizon. As such, if we do not engage in negotiation with Vistuska and this council, there will likely be blood, and with it the inherent risk that Belarus will be lost to us. As such, it is imperative that we partake in negotiations with the council upon the topic of further autonomy. While such an autonomy, if granted, might hurt the public image of Riga, as well as degrade our control over the White Rus, would nevertheless make the Council quite content and stave off most risk of non-compliance. The question remains, who do we send forth to negotiate with Suska? To ensure their competence, only a prominent member of our administration will do. With such, Drechsler and Stahlecker will be our most suitable candidates. Without a doubt, Drechsler is hot-headed. Will surely turn the conversation around upon the council rather than offering concessions with open arms. Yet perhaps this is what we need to secure a tough and favorable arrangement with the Belarusian council. On the other hand, we can send Stahlecker. We can trust that should we send him forth, he will do as told by Riga to the detail. And little else. The Belarusians will certainly be pleased by this, too pleased perhaps, as we might take our open offerings as a sign that we are willing to concede more. It's a tough question. What should we go for? Let me think. Do we want to be tough or compromise? Oh no, any opinions from chat? Compromise or roughness? Let me check the chat real quick, see who's in. More or less the same people. Welcome again to everyone hopping in to chat and who's watching right now. Should we decide? Be tougher. They're inferior anyway. Well, that's a bit, I don't know if we can go saying that around Twitch. But, your point about being tough is going to be taken into consideration. Let's play tough. Oh, okay, so there's a difference. Military support or conservative support. How is that going anyway? Kind of leaning towards militarism. Don't dox me. Okay, I'm just making... I figured it was a joke, but I'm just making sure. I'll go openness and compromise are key, because that actually seems to have some sort of influence on how that's going to go. Though I don't know how that's even going to go, to be honest. Let's meet with Vistuska. The best way to figure out where exactly the Belarusian collaborators stand is to be direct. We will arrange a meeting with Mikhail Vistuska, the head of a Belarusian collaborator government, face to face. Ideally, the confrontation forces him to commit to one of the factions in our government and finally starts some more regular interaction with our administration. Surely, Vistuska wouldn't be foolish enough to affirm indifference when confronted. We'll see. I'm starting to run out of water. So I'm gonna have to stick with Jones in a second. Kind of chug it. Frames are kind of chugging along. Let's see if speed 4 makes things any better. Yeah, Brigade actually won. Okay, good for them. Alright. This is all we have time for this part of the video. So again, for all the YouTube people, thanks for watching. Like if you like it, dislike if you don't. Comments, leave them below. I read all of them, and I appreciate any and all feedback I get. Patreon, down link below, Discord, my Twitch channel, where you can watch live if you want to. All in the link below. And, yeah, thanks for watching as always, guys. My name's DB333, and I'll see you next time.